Have you ever gazed at the night sky, a canvas of shimmering stars, each one a distant sun burning bright? We too each carry a spark within us, a unique light, a potential waiting to be unleashed. This, my friends, is the essence of self-trust. It is believing in the power of that spark, even when it flickers in the wind. It's about trusting your gut, that inner voice that whispers possibilities, the one that nudges you to take a chance, to step outside your comfort zone, to dance with the unknown. This inner voice is not always loud. It may speak in whispers, but learn to listen, for within those quiet murmurs lies the key to unlocking your full potential, to living a life true to yourself, a life brimming with purpose and joy. But self-trust, like a muscle, needs to be exercised. It needs to be nurtured and strengthened. Doubt, my friends, is a cunning beast. It creeps in silently, casting shadows on our brightest dreams. It whispers tales of inadequacy, of not being good enough. It tells us to play it safe, to stay small. And sometimes we listen. We allow doubt to conduct the symphony of our lives. The result? A melody of unfulfilled potential, a muted song of what could have been. We've all been there, standing at the crossroads of fear and faith, hesitating at the precipice of our own potential. The weight of self-doubt can be heavy. It can hold us back from chasing our dreams, but remember this. Doubt thrives in silence. It festers in the darkness of our fears. The moment you give voice to your dreams, doubt begins to shrink. Imagine your life as a grand orchestra, a beautiful cacophony of talents, experiences, and passions, each instrument unique and essential. But who is the conductor of this magnificent ensemble? Who sets the tempo, guides the dynamics, and brings forth the symphony of your life? It is you. You are the conductor of your own destiny. And just like a conductor must trust their musicians, you must trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your abilities, trust in the power of your own unique song. This is not arrogance. It's about recognizing the unique talents within you. It's about having the courage to share your gifts with the world. Self-trust is the foundation upon which you build your dreams. It is the unwavering belief in your ability to navigate life's challenges and emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true self. Think of a time you doubted yourself, that moment of hesitation before taking a leap of faith. Perhaps it was applying for a new job or sharing your writing with the world. Maybe it was simply saying yes to a new adventure. In those moments, doubt can feel like an insurmountable wall. But remember, every great achievement, every act of courage began with a single step. A decision to trust oneself, to believe in the possibility of something more. It's like diving into a cool lake on a summer day. The initial plunge might take your breath away, but once you break through the surface, you realize the water is fine. In fact, it's exhilarating. The same is true of trusting yourself. The initial steps might feel daunting. You might question your every move, but with each step, your confidence grows. The echoes of greatness. History whispers stories of individuals who dared to trust themselves. People who, against all odds, achieved the extraordinary. Think of Marie Curie, toiling away in her lab, driven by an unwavering belief in her scientific vision. Or Nelson Mandela, enduring decades of imprisonment, his spirit unbroken, his faith in his purpose unshaken. These remarkable individuals teach us that self-trust is not about having all the answers. It's not about being fearless or perfect. It's about embracing the unknown, even when it's scary. It's about having the audacity to believe in your own potential, even when others doubt you. Because within each of us lies a wellspring of untapped potential, a reservoir of strength and resilience waiting to be unleashed. We all have the capacity for greatness. It resides within us, dormant until we choose to awaken it. A tapestry of triumphs. Look around you. The world is filled with everyday heroes, ordinary people who achieved extraordinary things simply because they trusted themselves. The single mother who, despite facing countless obstacles, pursued her education and built a better life for her children. The young entrepreneur who poured his heart and soul into his startup, overcoming setbacks and rejections to see his vision come to life. The artist who ignored the naysayers and shared their unique voice with the world, inspiring countless others. These stories remind us that self-trust is not a gift reserved for a select few. It's a choice available to each and every one of us. It's about recognizing that you are capable of amazing things, that you have the power to create the life you desire, one small step at a time, one act of courage at a time, one moment of self-belief at a time. The whispers of self-doubt. Remember that cunning beast, doubt? It loves to play tricks on us. It whispers insidious little lies designed to erode our self-belief. You're not ready yet, it hisses. What if you fail? What if you're not good enough? These whispers can be paralyzing. They can keep us trapped in our comfort zones, afraid to take the risks necessary for growth and fulfillment. We start to second-guess ourselves, questioning our every decision. We become our own worst critics, holding ourselves back from pursuing our dreams. But here's the secret. Those whispers only have power if we give them power. The moment we recognize them for what they are, mere illusions, figments of our imagination, we can start to dismantle their hold on us. We all have an inner critic, that voice inside our heads that loves to point out our flaws and remind us of our past mistakes. It's important to remember that this inner critic is not the enemy. In fact, it's trying to protect us, albeit in a rather misguided way. It's trying to keep us safe from the pain of potential failure or disappointment. The key is to learn how to tame this inner critic, to acknowledge its presence without letting it dictate our actions. Instead of silencing it completely, which is nearly impossible, try befriending it. Have a dialogue with your inner critic. Ask it what it's afraid of. What's the worst that could happen? Then, challenge its assumptions with logic and kindness. One of the biggest obstacles to self-trust is the pursuit of perfection. We strive for flawlessness in everything we do, setting unrealistic expectations for ourselves. But here's the truth. Perfection is a myth. It's an illusion that keeps us trapped in a cycle of self-criticism and dissatisfaction. The beauty of life lies in its imperfections. The Japanese have a word for this, wabi-sabi. It's the acceptance of transience and imperfection, the beauty found in the flawed or incomplete. Think of a cracked teacup, its imperfections telling a story of time and use, or a piece of driftwood sculpted by the sea into a unique and captivating form. Embrace your imperfections. They are what make you unique, what give you character and depth. Imagine a lone figure silhouetted against the icy peaks of Mount Everest. This is Arunima Sinha, a young woman who dared to dream the impossible. After a tragic accident that resulted in the amputation of her leg, Arunima could have easily surrendered to despair. But within her burned a fierce determination, a refusal to let adversity define her. She resolved to climb Everest, to prove to herself and the world that anything is possible with self-belief. Months of grueling training followed, each step a testament to her unwavering spirit, her unyielding trust in her own strength. And then the day arrived. Arunima stood at the foot of the mountain, her prosthetic leg digging into the snow. The climb was perilous, fraught with challenges that tested her physical and mental limits. Yet she persevered, fueled by an inner fire that refused to be extinguished. And finally she stood on the summit, the world at her feet. Across the globe, in a bustling city, a young woman named Aditi sat at her computer, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and excitement. Aditi had poured her heart and soul into her startup, an online platform connecting rural artisans with customers worldwide. She had faced countless rejections from investors, each one chipping away at her confidence. Doubt whispered in her ear, urging her to give up, to play it safe, but Aditi clung to her vision. She believed in the power of her idea, in the potential of these artisans to share their craft with the world. So she took a deep breath and hit the send button. submitting her proposal to one final investor. Days turned into sleepless nights as she anxiously awaited a response. Then the email arrived. Her hands trembled as she opened it, her heart pounding in her chest. It was a yes. The investor saw the same potential in Aditi's idea that she did. They believed in her. In a quiet corner of a bustling library, a young man named Javier hunched over his laptop, his fingers flying across the keyboard. Since he was a child, Javier had dreamed of being a writer, of weaving words into stories, but fear held him back. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough, until one day he stumbled upon a quote, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." It was a call to action, so Javier decided to face his fear. He shared his work with strangers, his voice trembling. To his surprise, he was met with encouragement. These stories share a common thread, the transformative power of self-belief. The spark within us can ignite extraordinary journeys. Whether it's conquering mountains, launching businesses, or sharing our creative gifts with the world, the first step is always the same: believing in ourselves, trusting that we have what it takes to navigate the challenges ahead and to emerge stronger and wiser on the other side. Tap into that reservoir of inner strength. The conductor's baton is in our hands. Let the music begin. We began our journey gazing at the vast night sky, each star a testament to the potential within us. Like those distant suns, we possess a unique brilliance, a light that yearns to shine. Yet, doubt often whispers in the shadows, urging us to dim our light, but we are not meant to blend in. We are meant to blaze a trail, to illuminate the world with our unique gifts. Remember the symphony within you, the orchestra of talents waiting for your command. You hold the conductor's baton. You decide how powerfully your music will resonate. Think of a rosebud tightly furled, protecting its delicate petals from the harshness of the world. It takes courage for that bud to unfurl, to expose its beauty, its vulnerability to the elements. And yet, when it does, it transforms into a masterpiece of nature, captivating all who behold it. We too are like rosebuds, capable of extraordinary beauty and resilience, but it takes courage to bloom, to embrace our true selves, to share our gifts with the world, even when fear whispers its doubts. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Every time you choose to trust yourself, to take a step outside your comfort zone, you are choosing courage over comfort, growth over stagnation. You are choosing to bloom, to unleash the fragrance of your unique potential upon the world. Life, my friends, is not a straight path. It is a winding road filled with unexpected detours, exhilarating climbs, and moments of descent. There will be times when the path ahead seems unclear, when doubt clouds our vision and fear threatens to paralyze us. It is in these moments that we must remember the importance of trusting the journey, of having faith in the unseen hand that guides us, even when we cannot see the path ahead. Remember the mountain climber Arunima Sinha, who dared to conquer Everest one step at a time, her spirit unyielding, her belief in herself unwavering. Like Arunima, we all have mountains to climb, both literal and metaphorical. And while the summit may beckon, it is the journey itself, the lessons learned, the resilience built, the moments of self-discovery that truly matter. As we conclude our exploration of self-trust, let us carry with us the stories of those who have dared to believe in themselves, who have embraced their unique light and illuminated the world with their brilliance. From Marie Curie's groundbreaking scientific discoveries to Nelson Mandela's unwavering fight for equality, from the entrepreneur who took a chance on their dream to the writer who finally shared their stories, these individuals remind us that the power of self-belief is not reserved for a select few. It resides within each and every one of us. We all have the capacity to live extraordinary lives, to make a difference in the world, to leave behind a legacy that inspires generations to come. But it starts with a single powerful choice, the choice to believe in ourselves. So go forth, my friends, and trust yourselves. Trust the spark within you. Trust the journey ahead. The world is waiting for your light to shine.